Hello students, in this fourth chapter of grammar, we will be studying about the positions of adjectives. First of all, we should know what is the meaning of adjectives, and the answer is over here. Adjectives describe nouns. Now what do you mean by describe? I'll give you an example of your own self. You are watching this video right now on a screen. But the screens also may be different, right? For example, some of you may be watching it on a mobile screen, some of you may be watching it on a computer screen, some of you may be watching it on a TV screen, and we also have the types of screens. Now, even if you're watching it on a mobile phone, it can be a small screen, it can be a large screen. Okay, so that is called describe. That means you are giving the details of a noun or nouns. Now, why do we have to study the positions? Positions means the place. Why do we have to study the positions of adjectives? That I will explain to you after some time as we go through this chapter. Okay, let's move on to the first question. Give two examples of adjectives in two sentences. Now here you can frame any sentence of your own. I have given you two sentences just for examples. You are free to frame any sentences of your own choice. Okay, the first one what I had given you is, I am wearing a beautiful watch. In this sentence, what is important is, I am wearing a watch. The word beautiful is not so important. You can just tell somebody that I am wearing a watch. But if you say that I am wearing a beautiful watch, you are describing the noun. Which is a noun over here? Watch. And what is the describing word? It is beautiful. That means beautiful is the adjective in this sentence. The next one is, Ashish is a tall boy. Now here I can also say that Ashish is a boy. People will understand if I am saying that Ashish is a boy. But I am describing about this boy Ashish. This boy is a tall boy. That means the word tall is an adjective. Let's move on to question number 2. Change the adjectives in the sentences to their opposites. You have to change the adjectives to their opposites. You do not have to change the full sentence, only the adjectives. Okay, the first one is, the sky was bright. First of all, you have to know which is the adjective over here. The adjective is bright because we are describing the sky. Sky can be of different colors also, right? During the rainy season, you must be noticing the sky is sometimes blue, sometimes it looks like grayish color, sometimes it looks pink in color. So here we are describing the sky and we have a color. The sky was bright. The opposite word of bright is dark. The sky was dark. You can take example of this rainy season itself. When there is no rain, you will say that the sky is bright. But when there is heavy rain, you will say the sky is dark. Next one. These people are very hardworking. The meaning of hardworking is mehanti. The opposite of hardworking will be lazy. Now you already know the meaning of lazy. It is alsi in Hindi, right? Next one. We met a fat dog in the narrow street. Now here you can see in this sentence we have this word and this word. Now you can tell anybody that we met a dog. So the sentence is complete over here. But if you want to describe the dog, you will say, we met a fat dog in the street. Now there is no need of saying narrow. Why do we say narrow? Because we want to describe the street, how that place was looking like. So we will say we met a thin dog. The opposite of fat is thin in the wide street. Now let me explain to you the meaning of narrow and wide. As you can see in this image, you can see there is very less place over here. These two walls are very close to each other. These kinds of places are called narrow places. And in the next image you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lanes of vehicles over here. This is a very wide road and this is a very narrow road. We met a fat dog in the narrow street. Now the opposite of this is going to be we met a thin dog in the wide street. The next one, the short tree has some pretty flowers. Over here also we have two adjectives. The first one is short. We can just say the tree. People will understand what is a tree, but you are describing the tree by saying that the short tree. The short tree has some pretty flowers. Some flowers look pretty, some flowers look ugly. Same way for short, the opposite of short is tall. So the answer will be the tall tree has some ugly flowers. The next one is this floor is wet and dirty. Even in this sentence we have this and this. We have two adjectives over here. And the opposite of those will be dry and clean. This floor is dry and clean. Next one, the small room was empty. This is a very easy sentence. Opposite of small will be big. Opposite of empty will be full. The big room was full. Next one, the cat has a long tail. Now all the cats have tails, right? But why are we using this word? Because we want to describe the tail of the cat. The cat has a long tail and the opposite will be the cat has a short tail. And the last one is the boy was careless and wrote wrong answers. Even in this sentence we have two adjectives, careless and wrong. The boy was careful. Now what do you mean by careless? Careless means a person who doesn't take care. This boy was careless. The boy about whom we are talking was careless. That means he would not take much care, and because of that he wrote wrong answers. And the opposite will be the boy was careful. Now let's move on to the next question. This is very easy to understand. Complete the sentences by using the adjectives correctly, because you may get confused which adjective to use where. So you have to read the sentence carefully. First one is chefs use sharp knives. Chef is a person who works in a hotel, who does the cooking work. Chefs use sharp knives. Now you already know the meaning of sharp. It can cut easily. Their knives are very sharp. Now in sentence number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you will notice one thing, that whichever word we are using in one blank will also come in the second blank. Next one is Sheila loves sweet apples. These apples are sweet. Now you won't use the word sweet in this place, because you can't say that chefs use sweet knives, because you don't taste the knife, right? Next one is my father is a cheerful person. He is always cheerful. Cheerful means a person who always remains happy. Next one is, this is the final call for the passengers. This call is final. If you have ever visited the airport, you must be knowing that before the flight, there is announcement on the airport that this is the final call for the passengers. So that is the meaning of final. Next one is, the night was very dark. We couldn't see anything in the dark night. This sentence you can understand very easily. If it is night, it is going to be dark. We couldn't see anything in the dark night. Suppose if you don't understand which adjective to use here, you have to read the full sentence carefully. The night was dash. We couldn't see anything. Now when can you not see anything? When it is dark. Next one is, the children are fair. They have fair parents too. Now why did we use the word fair in this place and in this place also? Because you must have noticed one thing, that some parents who are tall in height, even their children are tall in height. If the parents are short, the children are also short. If the parents are dark, even the children are dark. If the parents are fair, even the children are fair, right? So we are going to use the same answer over here. The children are fair. They have fair parents too. Next one is, we climbed on the tall camels. The camels were really tall. Now why did we use the word tall camels? Because you already know camel is a tall animal. You can't just climb easily. The camel sits down and then you climb on the camel because it is tall. Next one is, the old woman suddenly turned into a magician. The magician was old too. Now here there is a slight mistake. The underline should come on the word old. It has come here by mistake, so please ignore that. The old woman suddenly turned into a magician. Why did we use the word old over here? We could have used cheerful woman, right? Because even this is a human being. Now why did we not use the word cheerful in this place? Because we are talking about a magician. You know what is the meaning of magician, right? A person who does magic tricks. And you must have watched on TVs and all that magicians are usually old. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Put the adjectives in the correct order and write the expressions. Now from here you will start learning why we have to study about positions of adjectives. Okay, I'll explain to you. Now before explaining these questions to you, I'll just give you one quick example. Suppose if you lose a pencil of yours in the class and you tell your friend that I have lost my pencil, please help me to find it. Now your friend will not simply start searching for the pencil, right? He will ask you how the pencil looks like, what is the size of the pencil, was it long, was it short. Your friend may also ask you which pencil was it Apsara, was it Natraj or whatever. Or your friend may also ask you what color it was. So you will describe it in the correct order. And before starting this, let me tell you one last thing. Whenever we are using order for adjectives, we will always go for descending order. You must have already learnt in maths the meaning of descending is big to small. Let's move on to this. Dark, long, room. We have three words over here and the last word is a noun. This and this are adjectives. Now you have to arrange these adjectives according to the correct order. As I already told you, we will go with descending order. You will find this in your textbook. It is given very clearly that when you arrange the adjectives, it should be size, shape, and color. First, we will search which is the size of the room. Now, do we have size over here? Yes. Long. It is a long room. After size, do we have shape of the room? No, we don't have the shape. So we will forget about the shape. Next one is color. We have a color over here, that is dark. So the answer will be long, dark room. Let me repeat it once again. Size, shape, and color. Size means long. We don't have a shape over here. We have a color, that is dark. Okay, next one is black, short, cat. Cat is a noun. We will keep the noun in the same place. We will change the order of the adjectives. Now, which is a size over here? Short. Short will come first. After size will be shape. Now you can see we don't have a shape over here because for an animal you can't give a shape, right? We have size, that is short. We don't have shape. We have color. Short, black, cat. Next one, white, small puppies. First we will search the size. We have size over here, small. Do we have shape over here? No, because it is an animal. Next one is color. We have a color over here, small, white, puppies. Next one, yellow, big, round, ball. Now over here we have one noun and we have 1, 2, 3 adjectives. As I already told you earlier, we have to arrange it according to size. Now which is the size over here? Let us search. Big is the size. Suppose if you want to ask about a ball, you take example of your school. Now you know that a football is a big ball. It is big in size. If you talk about a cricket ball, it is small in size. So first we have to go for the size, that is big. Shape, we have a shape over here, round, big, round, and then the color, that is yellow. Big, round, yellow ball. And the last one is square, brown, small box. Even here we have 1, 2 and 3 adjectives. Now how are we going to arrange this? In the same way how we did earlier. Size, that is small. Shape, we have a shape over here, square, and we also have a color over here, small, square, brown box. The next question, use the adjectives given in brackets in the correct order in each sentence. Same thing we have to do over here what we had done in question number 1. We met small golden puppies in the park. We have to follow the same rule, size, shape, color. For puppies we have their size, that is small, color, that is golden. In the same way, she lost her big, broad, yellow painting book. Now I can explain to you once again why we use this kind of order using this second sentence. She lost her book. Now which book is this? Painting book. Suppose a girl tells you in the class that she has lost a painting book. You will first ask her that how did that book look like? You will ask that girl, was it a big book or was it a small book? Then she will say it was a big book. Now why did you ask that girl how the painting book looks like? Because you want to search for a book that is small or big, so you can easily find that book. After that you may ask her, was the book covered or was it not covered? Did you write your name on the book? And all those other details, right? But we will use the same rule over here, size, shape and color. Next one, I bought small, round, green apples. Same thing, size, shape, and color. The clown was wearing a large, loose, pink costume. What do you mean by clown? Clown means what we have in the circuses, right? The people who act as jokers, they are called as clowns. The clown was wearing a large, loose, pink costume. Same thing over here, size, shape, and color. Next one, Madhu ties her hair with a long red ribbon. Same thing, size. We have size over here. We don't have shape of the ribbon, so we will not use the shape. We have color, long red ribbon. Next one, the chocolates I brought were thick, square, brown. You can also use the word and over here. Thick, square, and brown. If you don't write and also, it is okay. Same rule over here. Size, shape, color. And the last one, Madhu cut off her long, dark hair. Same rule, size, shape. Now we don't have shape because hair does not have any shape. But for example, if you say that somebody has straight hair, somebody has curly hair, then where will you use that word? After the word long. She has long, straight, dark hair, or maybe long, curly, dark hair, or maybe long, curly, dark hair. So that's it for this video. Any other details, if needed, will be explained to you in another video. Let me tell you once again, if you did not understand anything in this video, you can go back to that place and watch it again. Thank you, students.